Hello, hello. How are y'all doing today? Hey, Felicia, Marie, B. How are you doing today? Hope you're doing well. And hi, Michelle. How are you? Hope y'all are doing good. Hi, Hajarine. How are you doing? Hello, Miss Coco. How are you? All right, Michelle. You doing good? Okay, waiting on your mini me. I got you. Yes. Felicia says hi to Hajarine, and Hajarine is speaking to everyone. Hope y'all are doing well today. But happy Tuesday to you all. I saw y'all, a couple of people in the chat. They've been doing the hula hoop challenge that was started by Tracy of Twan's life. Let me see who in here is has accepted the challenge. Hajarine, you're doing good. I saw you in on your channel doing your thing and have been doing well thus far. And Michelle's Mira. She has joined the challenge to do the hula hoop, weighted hula hoop, that is, for 5 minutes. And she's been doing well too. And this is Hajarine. She's been doing well herself. I know it's a few other people that has joined the challenge as well. I got it. Yes. Okay, good, 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 Michelle. Yeah, I saw you over there. You like I said, okay. I can see the progress each day that you did it. Miss Coco said, hey, lovely people. Is there a link to the hula hoop for purchase? If you go to Trace of Twan's life, she has, I think she has a link in her, on her channel to purchase one. Yes, ma'am. So yes, let us know if you decide to do the challenge, Miss Coco. Yes, she has a link. That's what I thought she said. Hajarine says we ain't got it like you though. You doing black back? I can't even get it out. I'm over here trying to crack. I'm cracking up. You doing backflips and all? Not quite, but oh man, that's funny. I had to level up, y'all. I told y'all, on one of my shorts, I'm trying to level up, doing a little bit, different. I wanted to make sure I had something that was, to keep people's attention. So I'm like, you know what? Let me do a little bit more than, especially because we were only doing 5 minutes. So the hula hoop challenge is where you purchase the weighted hula hoop that it's a little bit easier than the regular hula hoop that we used to use back in the day when we were younger. Some people that's and of an adult age can still do the regular hula hoop, but for those who can't, there's such thing as a weighted hula hoop now, and it actually has it's actually a hoop that goes around your belly. You put it around your waist, and then it has like links that you can adjust to your waist size, and then it's a weight that's on a string that's around that goes around the hoop as you hula. So you twist your body around. You can either go side to side, or you can actually twist your body around in circles. And so for me, when I did it, I had actually got my hula hoop back in October of last year, but I had started doing it a little bit here and there. I have a short on it where I actually showed when I was much bigger before I before I started getting much smaller. I was heavier then, and I had started doing it, at the beginning of near the beginning of my journey. And so as I was trying to do it, do the hula hoop, you can tell, there was some hesitation there and things of that nature. I was trying to get the hang of it, like some of you now, when because this is your first time trying it, and then it showed like maybe say October when I started doing it, and then like November, and then in January. And you can see that in January I improved so much, but not only that, you saw that I lost a lot of weight. I started my weight loss journey July 30th of 2024. But my sister-in-law gifted me the hula hoop, because I told her I thought it would be, neat to try it. And so when I did, I really enjoyed it. So every now and again I would do it. I wasn't doing it all the time, but every now and again I would, pick it up and use it or what have you. So, but this challenge that we're doing, I'm done with my challenge, but I did say I would continue on throughout the month, and I try to do 30 minutes at a time, because from what I hear, the benefits of it, if you can get it in for at least 30 minutes a day for 30 days, you should see some good, results from it. So like, just decreasing your, the waist size and things of that nature. Which I did add a little bit of the benefits to one of my days that I did my hula. But we did it for we're doing it for 7 days, 5 minutes, just 5 minutes, y'all, 7 days straight. And so a lot of people have joined Tracy LaTwan's life, on this challenge. And I think everybody's been having a great time. The people that are content creators have been placing it on their channel, so you can go check them out. And of course, I have a playlist on mine to check me out as well. So when I did mine, I was doing the one day I danced a little bit. I showed me going low, like doing squats. What else I did? I did I used the resistant band one day while I was doing the hula. I used weights one day while I was doing the hula. So I did different things. I just leveled it up a little bit. So just to show y'all, I'm really, enjoying it. All right. So Felicia says, Felicia Marie B, she has a channel here as well on YouTube. She says, Real Journal Talk with V is doing the hula challenge too. Yes. I've seen her. JC. Hi, JC. Calamity Jane. How are you doing? Hope you're doing well today. All right. Michelle says, right. Hajarine. Did I miss something? Let me see. Oh, yeah. When she said, ain't nobody doing it like me. Oh boy. All right. So, all right. Miss Coco says, definitely trying to get a tire off. Right. Exactly. Got to get this waist slim and trim. All right. So, Felicia's laughing at JC. Michelle's Mirror says hello to JC. And I normally say Jane. That's okay, right? Me saying Jane instead of JC, Calamity Jane. All right. So Jane says, y'all are all doing great on the hula hoop challenge. Yes, I do think so. And I mean, you're doing it at your own pace. Hajreen kind of mentioned that in her live, just do it at your own pace, because everybody going to have their own levels of, how they can do it. Right. And some people are just starting like, straight out the gate, they're buying, purchasing, and just jumping in, into the challenge. So of course they're not going to be able to do it like, others that have had the hula for a while. All right. So Michelle says, I look easy, but it caught me off guard. Oh, it looked easy. Right. It did. Yeah. I heard a lot of people saying I thought it was easier than it seems now that I have it and trying to do it myself. Right. That's funny. But like I said, the people that I know that are doing it and I see them on their channels, they've been doing really good. And a lot of them, like I said, they just started doing it. So, out the gate. And I can see the progression per day. Okay, great, Jane. That's perfect. Great, great, great. Thank you. Felicia says, JC, I didn't know your name is Jane. I just saw JC Calamity Jane, and I was like, okay, let's do Jane. Let's say Jane. I guess that's her name. All right. My real name is Jane. Okay. Calamity Jane is a family nickname. Okay, cool. I got you. All right. So y'all can shout out any name. Okay. Long as it's a good one on this channel. Oh boy. All right. Yes. So y'all keep up the good work. For those who are still on the challenge, keep up the good work. And who all on here that has accepted the challenge already? Are you all going to continue to do it after the 7 days, or are you all going to stop at the 7th day? What are your plans? What are your plans? And for those, like I said, who's already on the challenge, that's Hajarine and Nets. That's her. So check out her channel. Michelle's Mirror. Check out her channel. She has a channel on YouTube as well. Michelle's Mirror. Now my girl Felicia Marie B, she's not doing the challenge. I'm not sure if she's going to decide to do the challenge, but she has a channel on here as well on YouTube. All three channels are very good. They give different, what is it called? Everybody's channel is a little bit different. I'll say it that way. But it's very, very, they've been very, very good. I've enjoyed each and every channel and get different perspectives from each and every, creator. And if you have a channel on here, I don't know if I missed one. If you can go ahead and drop a money sign in the chat, I greatly appreciate it. For those who are coming in or those who are already in, if you have not hit the like button, you'll go ahead and hit the like button. Show your girl some love. Kim J, yes, yes. I greatly appreciate it. Okay, so Michelle says she is going to continue throughout the month of September. All right. That's my birthday month, y'all. It's my birthday. It's my birthday. Yes. Okay, good. So we're going to be doing this challenge, still doing it together because I'll be doing it all September as well. All right. So Felicia says, no hula for me. I'm focused on glute training because I'm trying not to lose my peach to Zepbound. I know that's right. I don't want to lose mine either, honey. I'm with you on that. I'm with you on that. So I'm doing a little, training too. I do some glute training, some strength training with my arms, my stomach, my legs, everything, right? Everything. So, Felicia, did you get my email? I emailed you back. Thank you, Michelle. Press the like button and subscribe. I greatly appreciate it. If there are people out there in the bushes, y'all can come on in and join the party. Is anybody's birthday in September that's in the chat or this out in the bushes? This, that has not come into the chat. Okay, you emailed me back. Okay. My email is kind of slow coming in, unfortunately. Hey, Real Talk with Elaine. How are you doing? All right, Real Talk with Elaine. She also has a channel. She gives, her good content as well. Y'all check her out. All right, Nicole Thomas, how are you doing? Okay. Thanks for coming in. Greatly appreciate it. I hope you're doing well. Elaine, I hope you're doing well. Okay, your birthday the 18th. Okay, cool. Okay, Virgo, Miss Virgo. Yes, yes. My sister birthday is the 17th. One of my sisters. All right. Good people. Those Virgos are good people. You doing something for your birthday? Big time, Elaine. Love. Okay, so Felicia says, "Hello, Elaine. Love your interview with Lorraine." Okay, I got to check that out. I'm still trying to get caught up with some channels. I had been out because of my out of town for me and my husband's anniversary tomorrow. Okay, Jane. Your birthday is tomorrow. Is that what you're saying, Jane? Virgo and Libras, happy birthday. Michelle says, thank you, thank you. I'm a Libra, Elaine. And for those who don't know in the chat, my birthday is September 30th. Thank you, thank you. Greatly appreciate it. OMG, JC, your birthday is tomorrow? Yes, it's the 10th. Okay, yes. All right. Well, happy birthday to you, Miss Jane, Miss Jennifer. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday, Jane. Yes, exactly. Long as you know, long as let them look. We know, but long as they know. That's right. September is the best. Yes, yes. Michelle says, "Happy birthday to you, Jane. Thank you, beautiful voice. Thank you. Happy early birthday, Jane." Felicia says, "Thank y'all." Hi, Miss Linda. Look, sexy mama, how are you doing? How are you today? Miss Linda's journey. I mean, yeah, Miss Linda's journey. I said it right. Miss Linda's journey. She is a content creator, y'all, as well. Go check her channel out. She's been doing her little thing over there on that channel. She's our GLP-1 mixologist. She has lovely drinks that she shares with the community, as well as look, I'm looking at you over there. We see you over there on that channel, looking all beautiful, sexy. Yes, I said, look at her with a little crop top on. I know that's right. Look, 69 wear, honey. I love it. All right, so Audrey say happy birthday to you, Jane. Elaine as well says it. Love the Yes, love those Virgos. Queens of the zodiac signs. Thank you, Michelle. I am the October baby. You're a Libra, right, Audrey? Are you a Libra? Yeah, I didn't know you can sing. Oh, a little bit. Okay, so Jane says, thank y'all so much. This community is helping me with helping me the choices to have many birthdays to come. Right, helping me make those choices, the good choices to have many birthdays. Yes, yes. Miss Coco says, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Are you 1, 2, 3? Yes. Thank you, Miss Coco, for sharing some love. Felicia says, hello, Miss Linda, gorgeous lady. Isn't she, though? Yes, she is. Michelle says, hello, Miss Linda, looking fabulous. Yes, yes. Hi, Felicia B. Miss Linda says she's saying hey to people. Okay. All right. Yes. And when is your birthday, Hajarine? Zodiac twins. I'm writing. Look, I'm writing their birthdays now. Um, October. Okay, Miss Coco. Okay, okay. You're a Libra too. Everybody's saying hi to one. Hi, L. Lewis. How are you doing? Hope you're doing well. Yes. So yeah, let me know, y'all. Let me Coco, when your birthday? And Hajarine, did you say what day your birthday is? Or did you want to if y'all want to share? If not, that's okay too. Michelle says, "Welcome, welcome, L. Lewis." Felicia, love the Libra babies too. Thank you. You all bring the balance. Exactly. We bring balance to the universe. Yes. L. Lewis says, "Happy birthday, JC." Thank you. Thank you. She says, Miss Coco says, "Hi to Michelle." Hi to Michelle. All right. So, are y'all celebrating anything today besides, birthdays this month that y'all want to, share in the chat so we can celebrate with you before we get into it? Let me know. Let me know. And if you can go ahead and put it in. I'm gonna go ahead and start kind of going a little bit. But I was reading, my daily devotion, and what it was, the one I read today. I have a book that I kind of shared a little bit. I think I have two. Yeah, I have two videos out about it. But it's My Time with God, Renewed in His Presence Daily, and it's by Joyce Meyer. And it's 365 days daily devotions that's in the book. But one of them was benefits. Okay, that's the topic of one of them. And as I was reading it, I thought about, you know, she was kind of sharing with sharing on her in the book about the benefits that we're looking for, like when we actually have a job. When we go to a job, one of the first things that we would say is, okay, so what is your benefits? And that's something that we want to know about, right? And then she kind of correlated that with the benefits that God provides us, right? So I thought about, this would be a good topic to talk about, when it comes to, say GLP-1s. If you're on a GLP-1 medication, we're looking for that to give us insurance, right? To give us the insurance, or we have insurance, or assurance in this medication that it's going to help us. And for those who are actually doing all the things that they need to do in the natural realm, as far as eating, better eating habits, forming habits, I should say, to eat better, as well as to exercise and things of that nature. We're looking for those benefits to come into play. So it's kind of like an insurance policy for us when we have, when we use this medication, right? And we found out, before we even started the medication, we found out information about it. We may have heard people talking about it, either, heard a commercial about it. We may have known friends or family members that was on the medication, or, our doctors may have taught us about it, or however you found it about it. And then you saw there were benefits to it, right? Now, there are some, things, drawbacks to it as well. But when you start looking at those benefits, so for as far as like satiety, you're getting satiety. You can have appetite control. You can have, better blood sugar and A1C control, right? You can have weight loss support. So if you're on a weight loss journey, you want to, you can use this medication as, to help you with weight loss. It can help you with heart health, kidney protection, as well as it can lower inflammation, right? For those who maybe like have rheumatoid arthritis or, fibromyalgia, it could be, that like autoimmune diseases and things like that, or it's just inflammation in general. It can help you lower those things, lower those, things, as well as giving us better insulin resist. I'm sorry, better insulin sensitivity. That's another thing that that we found out is that this GLP-1 can do for us, as well as liver benefits, helping improve the fatty liver disease, and then just improve the quality of life, right? Which, most people want a good quality of life, right? And when I say quality of life, I'm talking about, having more energy, having less stress, less hunger, and, less sugar cravings and things of that nature. So those are the things that, we realized and recognized that people were saying that it could help them when they were on it. It was helping them when they were on a GLP-1 medication, when they started taking it. So that kind of, made you kind of excited about it. Like, this might be something, I can get jiggy with, right? With that being said, that is, those benefits make me feel like, why not try this medication, And then it was proven, these things have been proven, right? With when they were, trying to look into it, do research on it, do studies on it. And I'm talking about the scientists and, the powers to be, before they approved it and actually, start selling it. These things had come up. And then as people continued to use the medication, they found out it was even more benefits, right? When they first started doing the trials, they were finding like small benefits, right? Just a little bit of benefits, but the benefits have grown tremendously since the beginning of the medications, of having access to them. And so, just like I said, as we hear about them, it makes people think, even the skeptics, when they were skeptical about it first. And then as they keep seeing all the good reports coming along, they're like, they might be onto something with this medication. They might be onto something, right? So, and you're going to always have people that's going to, downplay or have a negative connotation about things that, that people decide to do. But of course, like I told you before, it's up to us what kind of medication we decide, if we decide to get on a medication at all. And so if you're on a GLP-1, it's okay for you to be on a GLP-1 because that you want to do what you need to do for yourself, right? You know you best. And if your doctor has approved you to do it, whether it's a teledoctor or a regular doctor or whoever kind of doctor it is, licensed physician, you do what you got to do. So with that being said, those are benefits. But and it kind of, like I said, it's kind of like an insurance policy kind of sort of, when you think about it, if you decide to get on these medications. I know with the things that I've named, the 9 things I've named, I think I have benefited from all 9 of them, to be honest. And so I rep the GLP-1s. I think they're good to have. Like some people, like I said, they may not benefit from it. And if they don't, hopefully they'll find something that's going to help them. But for me, I can say it has helped me with them all. Now, some things more than others, but, in some kind of way, shape, and form, I have been able to benefit from all of them. Now, when it comes to that, I'm going to, before I, get into it a little bit more, I'm going to go into this chat real quick just to kind of, make sure I'm seeing what's being said. Thank you, Michelle. Reminder to press that like button and subscribe. Thank you so much. All right, Jane says HbA1c is trending down since being on Zepbound. Yes, even Zepbound, right? And Zepbound was not approved to, you know, it's not like Mounjaro, right? Zepbound was the approved. The medication that was approved for weight loss. Mounjaro was a medication that was approved for controlling your blood sugars and your A1C. But Zepbound too, it's a benefit, to control blood sugars as well. Because there are people that may not have sugar diabetes or type 2 diabetes, type 1 diabetes. However, they may be insulin resistant. And it's helping people lower their chances of being insulin resistant or becoming insulin resistant being on these medications. So that is correct, Jane. All right. Michelle says amazing to Jane. Yes, yes. And let me give you the atta girl. Yes, yes. So good to know that information and all these other things that I've mentioned is helping, as well as, insulin resistance, helping with insulin resistance. So if you're not insulin resistant, of course, you're becoming insulin sensitive, which is what we're supposed to be. Our bodies need to be sensitive to insulin, so that the body can break down sugars properly and everything. Hi, Darium. How are you doing? Sweet. I like that, Sweet Lifesavers. That's cute. Yes. Sweet Lifers. I'm sorry, I'm Sweet Lifesavers. What am I talking about? Sweet Lifers. Yes. The Sweet Life Squad. All right. So Darium says, happy early birthday to Jane. That's wonderful. Harjari is applauding you too, Jane. Congrats to Linda's journey. Finishing strong. Yes, yes. She did a challenge for her husband. A liquid diet. Go check out her channel to see her and her husband doing that challenge. Everybody saying hi to Darium. Everybody saying hi to each other. Good work, Kim. Thank you, thank you. Sleep apnea. Yes, sleep apnea as well. That is true. That's true. Sleep apnea. Thank you, Nicole. Just trying to get down the chat real quick. Michelle's journey, Darium says, great doing your hula hoop. Yes, you're doing a great job. Yes, she is. Linda says hi to Darium. Tomorrow morning is weighing day. Okay, cool. We look forward to hearing, your results on that. I'm sure you probably may have gone down a little bit. All right. Darium asking Elaine how she's feeling, because he hasn't seen her. And Hajarine, Darium says, you're doing good as well with that hip twirling. I know that's right. Hajarine says, reminds me, I have to post day 3. Okay. You and your husband are going to weigh 90 pounds after that liquid at Linda's journey. Okay, so Jane says she was a skeptic until she joined the community and finally started taking it. Yes. All right, my endo offered me Trulicity in 2023. I still have the box unopened. Okay, yeah. And then offered again in 2024. Okay. Jane, that probably expired at this point, huh? Or it may not be. I'm not sure how long Trulicity lasts. Bellflower says, hi to Kim J and Sweet Life Squad. How y'all doing? We're doing well, Bellflower. How are you? Hope you're doing well. I'm sorry, I got to drink my water, y'all. Getting choked up, honey. All right. So Lewis says hi, to everybody. Please forgive me, GLP-1 family. I've been working and traveling with a very crazy schedule. I'm trying to keep up with the viewing everyone's channel. I understand that, Lewis. I am trying to keep caught up too. And I'm a little behind. I out celebrating my anniversary, 27 years, last week, and a little bit the week prior. Our anniversary was on Friday before last, but we actually didn't go actually out of town until last week. So we kind of still celebrated like in our town, prior to going out of town. So yeah, I'm a little behind. All right. Jane says, I'm type 1. Mounjaro isn't approved for type 1. So I take Zepbound. Yes, I heard that. Okay. But I'm happy you were able to get on Zepbound. And it's been doing good for you. Lewis says, and I promise I'll get to it all. Yeah. And then it's new people coming in, seem like every single day, right? Or you're learning about new people, I should say, as the algorithm push new people out to you. So it's, I'm trying to, some of them I'm, subscribing to as well. So it gets kind of difficult to try to, get to everybody. But, like I said, we're trying to get to as many people as we can. I got you. All of them, yes. So having any complications, Jane? Is it working well together is the question. G amazed me doing the first liquid fast. He amazed me. Is that what you're saying? Doing the first liquid fast, attitude plays a major role in success. Yes, I do believe that. I think you're saying he amazed me. All right. Elaine says, so it's Darium taking a short break, but we'll be back this week. Okay, cool. And sometimes you need a break. Sometimes, yeah, it's needed. Sometimes you have to reset, Hajarine says, I was documenting my journey on Facebook when I first started. Oh, okay. If people were on it, they weren't telling. Okay. It comes nowhere close to having a community on YouTube. Correct. And that's when I started. I just went straight to YouTube to find a community. And I'm happy I did. Darium says, you desire a break. You deserve a break. What am I reading? You deserve a break at Real Talk with Elaine. Just bring your happy hips back with your bonnet too. Right. Please tell your husband I said what's up. LOL. We'll do, Darium. Okay, what I missed about the hula hooping. So quick. Hula hoop. The hula hoop is a challenge, 7-day challenge. You do it for 5 minutes a day for 7 days. And it's the weighted hula hoop that we're using. I've already done the 7-day challenge, but I'm continuing mine all throughout the whole month of September. Instead of doing it 5 minutes, I'm doing it for 30 minutes. I'm not recording all of the days that I'm doing it. I didn't continue to record, but we record it on our channels, and those who are content creator supporters, of course, they're sometimes joining the challenge as well. I'm not sure. Tracy LaTwan's life, she actually put out the challenge. And so, people had been kind of joining her, right? And if you want to wait a hula hoop and decide to join the challenge yourself, she does have a link on her page, on her channel. You can go to and get the link and, purchase your hula hoop and let us know if you decide to join the challenge. But for those who are content creators, they're actually recording it or going live and putting it on their channel for us to see. I do have a playlist on my channel when I did mine. All right, so Jane says, it's Darium. The second day, my endo had to adjust my basal rate, carb to insulin ratio, and insulin sensitivity on my pump due to lows. Okay. I have noticed on day. I have noticed on day 6, I have highs since the medications are reducing. Okay. So kind of just like people would have, their satiety kind of goes away, or, with the medication on the last 2 days before they take it. So you have that issue with highs, with your blood sugars on day 6. Okay. Gotcha. All right, so is there? Yeah, it's Darium says Twan has started hula hoop challenge, and a lot of the community is doing it with her at Real Talk, at with Elaine. All right, Jane says, how is the FB community with your journey? Oh, wow, let me catch up. All right, and people are still doing it, Elaine. So if you want to jump in, at any time, come on, we ready to watch you and cheer you on. Darium says you are playing a balancing act right now, right, Jane? Which CGM are you using? Hadrian's Net says non-existence, Jane. Right. When I mentioned that I was on a GLP-1, it got quiet. Gotcha. Yeah. I don't see a lot. I mean, I do see a lot of people talking about GLP-1s, but it's more so not like community, like we do here. It's different. It's quite different on Facebook. All right. They kind of just they may do like little, what is it, reels, or they may like show their foods or something like that, but they're not really, or they may show their progression on weight loss, more like shorts here on YouTube, things like that. But it's not like where everybody's talking and really getting to know each other and things of that nature. So on Facebook and almost you know of what I saw. All right, Bellflower says, happy anniversary, Kim J. Hope you enjoyed yourself. Yes, we did. And I thank you so much. I thank you so much. Bellflower is also a Libra. She's a fellow Libra as well. And we also have Jane birthday is tomorrow, y'all. If y'all want to say happy birthday to her in the chat, we already sung happy birthday to her. We may sing it again. We'll see. We'll see. Hajareen and Net's birthday is in October, as well as Miss Coco 736. Her birthday is also in October. All right. Yes. Happy anniversary. Thank you. Elaine was telling me. All right. I did a 25 liquid fast. Okay, cool. Hajareen. How did that go? Jane says at its Darium, I do Medtronic 780 grams and Guardian 4. I like them because I just ordered from one company all of my supplies. Mini Med, which is Medtron, has 2 new sensors coming out that should be impressive. Okay, cool. Michelle says hello to Elaine. Bellflower says hello to Michelle. Elaine says hello to Michelle. All right. If you all are content creators, y'all go ahead and put a $sign in the chat so people know who you are and can, look at your channel and see if they want to follow you. Follow your journey. Hadreen says, were you able to take some of the links off? I have taken links off. Yes, I have. And I took one link off at, during the 5-day challenge. But I had already taken some links off, from before when I started in like October. But like I said, a little bit earlier, when I first started doing the hula hoop, I was just doing it here and there sporadically. But then I started doing it like every single day. That was the 7 days, the 7-day challenge. So that's why I decided to level up a little bit and, do a couple more things, while I was hulaing, while I was on the challenge. Hadrian, okay, I read that. All right, Hadrian says, I feel like if we can take some links off, that is a sign it's working. Yes. And I also shared before too, from what I know or have read, is if you do the challenge for 30 days, for 30 minutes, you should really see some good results. All right. So I don't know, just because I took that, took a loop off, Doesn't mean it was because of the 7-day challenge. It could have been I was, from what I was doing before the 7-day challenge, and then it just so happened that I was able to take a link off during that challenge. I'm not sure. I can't say because it was too short of a time span. I was just doing it for fun, to be honest. Yeah. That's why I'm going to continue in mine until the end of the month. And then now I know for sure, how it goes. If it was actually because of the hula or whatever. Yeah. All right. Michelle's Mirror says Twan has a link in her bio description, and that's for that weighted hula hoop. You can also look at, they have it on Amazon. I heard, I don't remember her. What is it? Zepbound with Betty White. I think it's Betty White. She's another content creator on here that follows, a lot of us, and she did the challenge herself as well. I think she got her hula from TikTok, so it's up to you. But yes, definitely you can go on Twan's, on Twan's channel and get the link. We'll greatly appreciate it. All right, so Linda says, good evening, Kim J. Congrats on you and your husband's anniversary. Thank you, Linda. God continues to bless you both. Thank you so much. I greatly appreciate that. Hi, Chelsea. How are you doing? Chelsea is also doing the weighted hula hoop challenge. She has been doing so well, y'all. She started off, jumped on the challenge. Never, I guess, I don't think she's ever done the weighted hula hoop before she started. And I noticed her progress as she continued the challenge. You're doing so well, Chelsea. Kim J, I'm like, that's fine. You're clear. That's fine. You're here when you could get here. And I thank you for coming in and coming into the chat. Appreciate it. Y'all like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. For those who are not, go ahead and do that for me. I greatly appreciate it. I would love for you to join the Sweet Life Squad. All right. So Linda says, good evening, everybody. Hope your day went well. Yes. Bellflower says, happiest of birthdays to Jane. Uh-oh. Okay, Hajri said it went good. Good. So who I have who is in the chat that is in this challenge, honey, or have been in there? So of course me, Kim J. You got Hajareen and Annette. You have, she has a channel. She's showing her hula hoop challenge on her channel. You have Chelsea. She's showing her hula hoop challenge on her channel. Go check her out. Michelle Smira, same. She's doing the hula hoop challenge. Go check her out. And I think that is it, if I'm not mistaken. That's in the chat so far. If I missed it, y'all let me know. Thank you. See, Hajareen, she is a content creator. Miss Felicia Marie B, she is a content creator. Yes, she's one of our newest content creators that's in the chat. And she is doing well over there on her channel. Y'all check her out. Sweet lady. She's a sweet lady. I call her my Pookie Pie. Yes. Miss Linda Journey. She has not, I don't think she dropped her money signs or dollar signs, but she is a content creator. Check her out. Michelle's Mirror. Yes. All right. More money. You see all that money, baby. She is, yes, honey. Yes. All right. Yes. Chelsea, again, I've already shouted her out. Okay, so Michelle's Mirror says, hello, Linda. All right, as Darian says, hi, Miss Linda, you are a natural. You are so charming and funny. Your coffee face is excellent. Yes. Honey, when I say Miss Linda over there looking fine, yes. I'm like, goals, hashtag. When I get to your age, I want to look just that good. Yes. Thank you, Miss Linda. She says, happy anniversary to me and my hubby. Hadrian said, I just took off a link. I know that's right. Awesome. Awesome. Miss Coco says, can we talk about side effects and how to adapt? Any soreness with the hula hoop? No soreness with the hula hoop, no. Because you shouldn't, you want to make sure well, I don't have soreness. Let me say that. I can't speak for everybody. They can let you know in the chat. I don't have any soreness from the hula hoop, no. Because you want to make sure too that, I mean, so like I said, it's a 5-minute challenge. For me, I had been doing it a little bit here and there, so I got, my body had gotten used to that. Like when I started the 7-day challenge, that was the first time I did it daily, for that long of time. But let me see, side effects and how to adapt. We can talk about that. Yes, we can talk about that. Yes, thank you. Thank you, Hajarine, saying happy anniversary to me. Z says, hi, Kim and squad. Hope everyone is doing well this Tuesday evening. Yes, we are. I hope you are doing well too. Everybody's saying hey to her. Yes, Chelsea. Right. I was thinking that too, Jane. Chelsea, you probably can drop a link on your hula hoop as well. Because you want it, you don't want it too tight, but you want it kind of, you want it a little tight, a little, you want it fitting. And you want to put it on your waist. So do you have any specifics you had questions about when it comes down to the side effects, Miss Coco? While I'm going down the list of the chat, let me know if you have any, or let us know, because we all help each other out in here. It may be something I've personally gone through, that I may be able to, let you know how my experience was, or somebody else may have, gone through what you're, if you have any specifics. Michelle's mirror says, reminder to press the link and come join the Sweet Life Squad. Yes, yes. Thank you so much, Michelle. Hadreen says, I was able to catch her yesterday. Oh, okay, good. Yes. She's having fun over there. She did really good. Her last one I saw, she did really, really good. You did real good, Chelsea. Thank you so much. I hula hoop in middle school. Okay, but it's most definitely been a while. And not, I know, right? And probably even longer for me. Because like I'm older, I may be older than you. Been a while, but I never used a weighted one. Yeah, me either. That was my first time, when I got mine. Mine was gifted from my sister-in-law in October. I got it. Thank you, Daria. Thank you, thank you. Yes, please press the like button. Thank you so much, Michelle. Chelsea says, JC, I was not sure how to drop links in here. Do I just copy paste? Now, Jane, you somebody dropping a link on you. I mean, like taking a link off the hula hoop, right? At least that's what I was talking about. But yes, you can copy and paste the link too. That I'm okay with that, Chelsea. Yes, that's what I thought. Okay, Jane, that's what I thought you was talking about. So yeah, Chelsea, it's they're different. The hoop is adjustable, so you can take one of those links off and see if you can fit it that way with one of the links off. And the smaller you get in your waist, the more links you can remove to let you know that you're doing, that's like a non-scale victory, letting you know that you're doing a great job. That this hula that we're doing is helping out. It's helping us out. Y'all get snatched. All right. Felicia says hello to Melinda. And I'm gonna go to, I'm not going to say, y'all can see this stuff. The hellos and everything. Good evening. Black people are the of the chosen Israelites of God. How are you doing? It's Darian says, hi there. Z says, hey there, King Darian. Okay, I'm going on down the list. Hello, hello. How are you doing? Blessings to you as well. Okay, you misread it. We got you. Please press the like button. Thank you, thank you. So Felicia says Kim does the best. Kim does the best waddle with the hula hoop when she walks towards the camera. Right. Oh my gosh, you had me cracking up. We talking about I was waddling. Michelle says hello. Okay, let me keep going down the list. Did I miss something? Okay, no. I was trying to make sure I ain't missed something. Okay, everybody saying hello to each other. Good to see you. Cousin, I totally agree. Michelle says to Felicia, let's see. Miss Coco says combating nausea symptoms, certain foods or meal plan that can enhance your weight loss journey. Okay. Miss Coco, with nausea, um, does anybody else has anybody else experienced nausea within the chat? I haven't personally experienced nausea, but there's of course medications you can use, to help with nausea. Let me see. I'm gonna look to see if somebody else said anything first, or I say anything. Yes, I've been showing that. Has anybody else experienced nausea on a GLP-1 medication? Yes, yes, or no? Because I know there are nausea. There's things that can help with nausea. Ow. So, like, for instance, if you eat smaller portions of food at a time, um, that may help. Like, take smaller bites of the thing, or sometimes, like, I know some people like maybe eat faster than they should, chew a little bit quicker than they should, because you're supposed to kind of chew slow and everything. So sometimes that can cause nausea, and you can try to eat smaller, eat smaller bites at one time. um Sometimes you may have to eat like bland foods, that may help. Sometimes the fat that like, say if you're eating high fat meals or whatever, but then you may have to go to low fat meals. Some people have to do that. um Making sure that you stay hydrated. Also, you can also take like natural things like ginger or peppermint tea, like different like herbal teas that may help you as well. Ginger chews are really good, and you can get those from like GNC. I even saw them at the Dollar Tree. But ginger can help, and sometimes you can just like steep ginger on the stove and make tea like that, or you can buy just a herbal tea from the store. That can help as well. Sometimes people that eat like fatty, greasy foods, spicy foods, and things that can cause nausea as well, too. And so you would have to avoid that. But it just depends on the person why you're getting the nausea, why you're experiencing that. But like I said, I haven't experienced it myself. But those are some things that that can help alleviate your nausea. And just making sure you also not like going to sleep too quick, because sometimes when you lay down on your food too fast, that can kind of cause your stomach upsets and and nausea. So those are some of the things that that helps with that. Okay, so the third is that does that help, that you think that'll help you out, Miss Coco? Let me know if I think that could, hopefully that gave you some help. when it comes to nausea. And then you said certain foods or meal plan that can enhance your weight loss. For me, I'm on a high protein, high fiber, low carb diet. That's what I'm on. And I'm not on like an extreme low carb, because some people, when they hear low carb, they think extreme low carb. No, I'm talking about anything over 150 grams a day is considered low carb. So, for me, I'm on, I normally eat between 100 and 130 carbs a day is where I'm at with it. At one point, I was very, very low carb, to try to help get down my A1C from that 15.1 that I was initially to the, to now 5.5. But yeah, and I want to get it down quick. So that's why I went, on extreme low carb. Still wasn't keto, because keto, it's like 20 carbs per day. Some people go up to 50 carbs, but anywhere between 50 down. But yeah, I try to make sure I do a low carb diet just to help better control my blood sugars, so my blood sugars won't go back, to being high, because now I'm in the normal range. So that is how I eat. And then when it comes to foods too, you're talking, you want to eat better foods, of course, better choices. You want to make better choices with food. So not so many fast foods, not so many restaurant foods. And the reason why I say that is because, you don't know how many calories in it. And if you do, it's still, they're very high in calorie. They're very, you don't know what they're putting in the food to make the food taste good. You're talking, try to not eat as many ultra processed foods. You may eat some processed foods, but not ultra processed. And there's nothing wrong with going out to eat, fast food, nor, a restaurant, or even eating the ultra processed food. Sometimes you just got to want to limit that, because it's best if you can to cook yourself, most of the week, so that, you know what you're putting in your food. Right. So, but, whole foods, I think, is ultimately is better, to eat. But, it takes some people some time to get to that. And some people never get to eating all whole food, a whole food diet. But I do feel that, the better choices you make in food, the better, you're gonna see the results overall. So I'm going back to Michelle. She says she's getting it's a third dose. I hope that helped you out, Miss Coco. Some Michelle said the third dose of 12.5 was getting me today. She was getting fatigued. Are you doing better now, Michelle? Hopefully so. When it comes to fatigue, we're talking like some people, they use the protein coffees, or just coffee in general, of course, can help you, kind of boost you up a little bit. Your the fatigueness up, so you won't be fatigued, I should say. It lessens the fatigue. Also, some people do like bloom, making sure you sit properly hydrated could help with that. um Exercising kind of boosts my um me to stay up longer, or become more alert. Those are things that, can help with fatigue. Not eating so many carbs helps with my fatigue, because I remember at one point, or even now, if I eat a lot of carbs and in one setting, I can feel myself getting tired. But when I eat, a little bit lower carbs, like I said, under the 150 at a meal, and I make sure I take in, instead of the simple carbs, if I do the complex carbs, which is like, simple carbs are more like white flours, white potatoes, white rice, white sugars, which are table sugars. Those, when you're eating those a lot, it can make you fatigue, and that's even if you're not on a GLP-1 medication, or on a weight loss journey. It's just like that. Because even before I started, my weight loss journey, I would find myself getting sleepy right after I eat. And that's because I was eating those carbs, those simple carbs. And yes, I did eat the complex carbs too, but I ate more simple carbs than complex. Now the complex carbs we're talking like whole grain carbs, whole grain rice, whole grain breads instead of the white breads, which is a simple carb. We also you can also eat so like brown rice, spelt, what else? Jasmine rice, and make sure they have fiber in it. Just try to get one that has a lot of fiber in it because you may have carbs in it, but if you have fiber in it as well, the more fiber it is, then it kind of cancels out the carbs and it kind of cancels out the fatigue that it can bring about. Instead of like white potato, you can choose sweet potato. So things like that can help with fatigue as well if you're having fatigue after you eat. All right. Darium says there are several things that may contribute to nausea. Some folks smell alcohol pads to alleviate the feeling. That's true too. Yes, because I've done that before. Not since this GLP-1 journey, but just in general. When I had issues before with when it was not, when I had nausea, that helps a lot as well. Darian says some people use Zofran. Nausea could mean you're not eating enough. That's true. That's true too. I've heard that. Some people use ginger chews, right? That's true. Just I said that as well. All right. Hadrine says, no, I have not experienced nausea. I had a problem with constipation, but I have been going regularly since I started Rise mushroom coffee. How does that taste, Hadrine? I hear about it, but I was like, I wonder how that tastes, but I was scared to use it because I'm real picky, real persnickety. And I'm like, I want to spend a lot of money on this stuff and I don't, I'm not gonna like it. But I heard it's, got a lot of benefits to it. Now, constipation for me, I make sure I drink a lot of water, a lot of or just drinks in general, just to make sure I stay hydrated. Also, I've tried yellow dragon fruit or just fruit in general can help with because it has that fiber in it. And you want soluble and insoluble fiber. You want both, fibers. So make sure you're not heavy on one and not the other. There's insoluble and soluble fibers that you need per my dietitian. And she wasn't just talking about me, she just saying in general, you need that. So I can say that. I'm not a doctor, of course, not a dietitian, but I'm just telling you my experience. And then of course, experience of those I heard talk about it before. I also, what else? So I said fiber, I do flaxseed. I put flaxseed powder on a lot of my veggies. And that helps a lot. And she said, my dietitian said that was a good option for me. You also have Benefiber, as well as, their fiber supplements that can help. But I think, like anything else, if you can get the fibers from your foods, of course, that's best. But if for some reason you can't get, enough fiber in your foods, you always have supplements as well. Metamucil is a good one as well to give you fiber, and that helps with constipation as well. So fruits, hydration, even exercise helps with constipation. If you're exercising, sometimes some people experience needing to go after they exercise. So those are some things, and not all things, but some things. Okay, so Darian says some people use Upspring stomach settle drops. Okay, I never heard of that. All right, thank you, Darian, for that. All right, but talk with your medical. Yes, definitely talk with your medical professionals for support. Yes. Thank you, Darian, for that. Michelle says, yes, Darian, your doctor can prescribe you something for it as well. I heard ginger chews. Yes, ginger chews are really good. I know that personally, firsthand. Yes. Felicia says my nausea was self-induced from greasy, spicy foods, but I have chronic heartburn. And now, and that heartburn, the ginger chews help with that too. Apple cider vinegar helps with that. If you just take a little teaspoon of apple cider vinegar and water. Don't just do apple cider vinegar by itself because I can burn your esophagus out. But apple cider vinegar and water can help with that. Mustard can help with heartburn. Just taking a little bit of mustard, putting it on your tongue, and swallowing it. It's helped me. These are things that help me. Also, omeprazole or Prilosec, what people know. You have to sometimes use that. I know better not to eat those foods. Shame on me. I get you. I get you on that. I understand that. I was diagnosed. Well, I'll say this. What is it called? I can't think of what it's called, but I had to use Prilosec. With acid reflux, GERD. Some people say acid reflux, some people say GERD. But yeah, I was diagnosed with that before I had started this journey, and I was taking omeprazole daily. And a lot of people, it's only, I think you try to not take it, but like 90 days, but mine was like ongoing. My prescription is ongoing, but I noticed I have not had to take the omeprazole, so I take it as I need it now, and really I never need it. So lately, so yeah, I'm happy about that. And what triggered me, I know Felicia really triggered me was like link sausages, like Roger Woods. I don't know if everybody know about Roger Woods, but Roger Woods would get me going, as well as like if I eat ribs, later in the evening, that would get me going, like really, really bad. But I haven't had any issues with it lately at all. But and if I do, I just, like I said, put a little bit of mustard in my mouth, or do some apple cider vinegar shot with water. So Linda says, what about hair loss? I know someone who's losing hair. Okay, so hair, I haven't heard, I don't know of anybody losing hair from it, but I think I'm trying to think of, I'm gonna go to Dr. Google for that one, because I'm not sure about the hair loss. Of course, there's like people sometimes, you got hair, skin, and nail vitamins that people use that can help with hair loss. You do have that. But also, so it says on Google that focus on an adequate balanced nutrition with high protein and micronutrients like iron and zinc. Avoid excess caloric restrictions, and make sure you're reducing stress, because yeah, stress can cause hair loss, and that's whether you're on a GLP-1 or not. And then medical options such as a topical, what is it called, minoxidil, or supplements like Nutrafol can help. Consult your doctor to rule out other causes, because it could be other issues that people are having, not the GLP-1 medication in itself. You want to check your nutrient level. They can check your nutrient levels. And remember, I was saying, make sure you're doing your blood checks. But if you talk to your doctor, just like Darian had, suggested as well, make sure you talk to your doctors, because they can do blood tests, blood work with you, and find out if there are any, deficiencies, with your vitamin levels, mineral levels, and things of that nature. Or it could be other medications sometimes can cause hair loss. It may not even have nothing to do with the GLP-1 medication. So that's why it's good to make sure you're talking to your doctor, even though we're, giving suggestions or telling you what we've done. It could be something, because everybody's journey is different. Which is why we don't compare, one another's journey. And then also it says discuss potential dose adjustments or professional treatments like platelet-rich plasma. Some people have to have platelet-rich plasma, PRP therapy. So those are things that, you can do. And I love going to Google to, or Chat GPT or whoever to, find out information, especially if I don't know it right offhand. Or even I may know some things, but it may be something else that, I may not think about. That's also why I ask you all to come in the chat and talk about it too, because I know I haven't, experienced everything myself, every side effect. And I don't know everything, right? All right. So Darren says, I hope you feel better soonest, Michelle's Mira. All right. So Bellflower says, mine too, at Felicia. Once I was on Saxenda many years ago, didn't stop when my stomach was done. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. The good thing that's over for you. You don't have to worry about that anymore, Bellflower. All right. So Michelle says, I use Plume for hair, and you can take biotin as well. Yes, biotin. Yes. And that hair, skin, and or you can take biotin by itself as a supplement, or also, the hair, skin, and nails vitamins have biotin in it. And sometimes you can find just regular like multivitamins that have more biotin in it. All right, so Miss Coco says, thanks for the information, everyone. You're welcome. You're so welcome. All right, Felicia says, Harjarine stands by that mushroom coffee for constipation. I'm this close to buying it. I'm tired of constipation. Yes, I got you. I got you, Felicia. Bellflower, you understand. Yes. So yeah, if you haven't upped that fiber, Felicia, try that too and see if that works. When, like I said, with hydration and making sure you're getting hydration as well as the foods, like fibrous foods, like the fruit and veggies, green leafy veggies as well. Bellflower, my brother, she said, Felicia, my brother says the mushroom coffee is a game. Oh, okay, game changer. Yes. That's why I said I heard about it, but I was scared to take it. That need to be a delight of flight, huh? But I mean, that's some of this stuff be very expensive, and I'm like, do they have the single doses of it? Because then I can buy like a little single packet, try it, see if I like it. Because just because it's good for you, if it don't taste right, Kim J don't want to try it, and I don't want to spend, waste my money. Darren says, and please make sure you're eating enough calories. Yes, do not try your best to eat enough calories. Which is, what I also read as well. Yes, eat enough. Make sure you eat enough calories. Don't be too calorie deficient, because that can hurt your weight loss if you're on a weight loss journey, but it can also hurt your health. Okay, you don't want to eat too many calories, but you also don't want to eat too little either. It's always about a balance, y'all. It's always about a balance. All right, so Felicia B. And if you need to find out what your calorie, what the amount of calories you need to intake per day, you can use there's different calculators out there that you can use. You can go on Google or Chat GPT, because I know everybody loves Chat GPT now, but you can go and, go into the TDEE calculator. Now, it is not it's not 100% accurate, right? Because it doesn't know your history or whatever, but it can be a guide for you. All right, so Felicia says, at Linda, McDuffie, I went through hair loss. Okay, what helped was upping my calorie. Yes, I heard that calorie deficits, too low of a deficit can can hurt you with that too, the hair loss. Thank you, Felicia, for letting us know that, or reminding me, and getting my blood work done to see what deficiency I had. Okay, of course, talk to your provider. Look at Kim knowing a little bit. Look at her without knowing a little bit. Thank you, Lord. All right. Michelle Journey says, I take Plume and Mag 7. Oh, yeah. I ain't think about Mag 7 for constipation. I heard, I did say supplements, but yeah, magnesium does help as well. I heard that Bella Detox works well. Suggestion. Thank you for that, Michelle. All right, Michelle. Felicia says, okay, Bellflower, you and Hajarine convinced me. Okay. Let me know how it is. You can let us know on your channel, Felicia Marie B. All right. Hajarine says it is it's nasty. Oh, never mind. No. I don't need that's all I need to hear. But it keeps my gut healthy. Okay, I believe you, but no for me. It's a no for me. It's a no. I need some taste. I want it to be tasty for me. All right. So Linda says, thanks, Felicia Marie. I told her also to contact her doctor. Yes. Great friend, Linda. Thank you for just trying to help your friend out. All right, so Hajarine says, I mix it with my shake protein coffee. Yeah, I never heard of that either. So how's that? The shake protein. All right, Bellflower says, at Felicia B, I only use Mago 7 once every couple weeks for maintenance. Okay, I fix mine with dietary changes, more veggies, fruit, and fiber-rich foods, and taking daily doses of sea moss. Yes, sea moss is really, really good, y'all. It helps with a lot of different. It has a lot of different benefits as well. All right, great, Felicia. I'm sorry, Bellflower. Great, great, great. And thank you for that. Helping our girl out, Felicia Marie B. My Pookie Pie. All right. Good to know. Thank you. All right, Michelle. Thanks, Bellflower. I'm taking notes. Yes, yes. Make sure y'all take some notes. If y'all, take the notes, talk to your doctor, make sure it's okay for you personally, because I do know that we talked about it on She is Tamika's live Sunday, how somebody was taking B12, and probably because she heard, that B12 helps you boost your energy, right? That's another thing to help with fatigue, B12, but which is a vitamin. But when she got tested, she had too much B12 in her body. Her levels were very high. That's dangerous. So could be dangerous for her, whatever. So she had to stop taking it. So for me, I know my doctor, I had talked to a doctor a long time ago, and they said that when you take, you really don't need B12 if you don't need B12. So why take it, So that's why it's important. Again, I can never, say it enough. Make sure that when you're taking it, that you are, before you take your these medications, especially supplements, that you're talking to your doctor about it. Don't be scared to go to the doctor. It's good to go to the doctor. It's good for them to do blood work. Make sure you're advocating for yourself when you go. Don't just, take, their word for it. Ask questions. Come with the list of questions so you won't forget what you need to, talk about when you get there. If you have, things going on before you get to your appointment and you want to talk to them about it, make sure you're talking to them. Just like you talk to us and say, hey, what y'all think? Make sure you're talking to your doctor as well. Okay, so Felicia says she has GERD and I do take omeprazole. Okay, but I'm stubborn and still eat hot sauce because it's delicious. It is delicious. Miss Felicia Marie B, my Pookie Pie. It is. Yes, and I do understand. I do understand that. All right. So Michelle's Mirror says, Felicia, she understands it too. Look at that. All right. I use minoxidil. It's prescribed by my dermatologist. Game changer. But it's not for everyone. I've heard that as well. Thanks for that suggestion, Felicia Marie B. All right. So it's Darian say he's hashtag not a doctor, hashtag not a dermatologist. But some people use Mare's Ruth hair growth vitamins for hair strength and revitalization. There you go, Kim. Yes, I've heard of somebody using Mare's Ruth hair growth too. Not sure how the person I know that use Mare's Ruth also use minoxidil too. That's prescribed by their doctor. Thank you for that, Darian. All right. So Hadrine says, I saw some of that in Sam's. Yes. Now, Hadrine, when you saw the Mare's Ruth in Sam's, the one I saw in Sam's was Mare's Ruth multivitamin, which does have a little bit of the hair growth in it as well. But I think there's actually a hair growth one as well. Did you see the one that's hair growth in Sam's? That said actually, like on the label, like it says hair growth, specifically, like on the actual label, not on the not on the back of the label, but I'm saying like on the front. Because if I'm not mistaken, I think it was one that has, in big bold letters on the front, right up under, the name of the, Mare's Ruth. It says the hair growth. Like it's more, more specific for that particular thing. All right. So Hadrine says, I don't read that. Sorry. Okay. So Michelle says, oh yeah. Mary Ruth. Yes, Darium. I add to my morning drink. Oh, okay, Michelle. And is that helping you? All right. Felicia Marie says, I used to use Mare's Ruth, but $75 bottles was hurting my pocket. I can understand it. And that's why I have not gotten any myself. But the one at Sam's, it's two for I think 35 or between 35 and $40. And they're big bottles of it. But like I said, the ones that I saw in Sam's, they're just the regular multivitamin. But it does say that it helps with hair growth as well. So it might be something you may be interested in for those who are, to try it, want to try it. But I did hear their products are very, very good. Okay. So Linda says dragon fruit is good for, yes, dragon fruit is good for constipation. I have a video about that, Miss Linda, about, eating yellow dragon fruit, because not only is it good for constipation, but it's so many other things that it's good for. Go check out my video and let's, just find out what it's about. What is it all good for? And it also is tasty. The yellow dragon fruit, that is. All right, yellow dragon fruit, Linda. Yes, yellow dragon fruits. I'm sure all of the dragon fruits probably, can help with constipation, but yellow dragon fruit definitely, is a good one. It's the seeds in it that has a lot of fiber. So we're talking, remember, more fiber. That's what we're talking, more fiber. All right, so blueberries, raspberries, what is it? Is it acai? Is that how you say it? Are good fiber sources. Yes, thank you, Jane, for that. Yes, so again, the fruits are good for us to eat. And I've already said before too, I think God has given us, things to eat, when it comes to whatever is growing in that ground, growing up, the foods that are growing from the ground, from the earth. They're there for a reason. It's to help us, continue to live, of course, but it also helps us, and it's a natural medicine for us. Disclaimer, Kim J is a caring and compassionate content creator, but she is not a doctor. She's not a pharmacist. She's not a nutritionist, dietitian. She's not a personal trainer. None of that, y'all. I'm not. I'm just Kim J, PLS, consult your care team before adding any supplements. Correct. Thank you, Darium. Thank you so much. We cannot say that enough, y'all. We cannot say that enough. All right. So Linda says dragon fruit is good for constipation, especially the dragon. Especially the. Is there something else? Did you finish it? No. Okay. All right. Especially the yellow dragon fruit, which is tasty. I'll finish it for you, sweetie. All right. So Michelle Jordan says, remember to do press that like button. Don't forget to press that like button, y'all. Show your girl some love. All right, so Hajarine says, it is delicious and I cannot taste the mushroom coffee. Okay, great. Okay, okay, great. That sounds like, maybe I'll put that back on the list of thoughts to do. That mushroom coffee. All right, so Delilah had to school me on that. Okay, gotcha. All right. Delilah's another content creator. She's not in the chat. I know she works on Tuesdays and she works in the evening. So, yeah. She is good too. Delilah Rodriguez. Go check her out too. All right. You can tell I sent you. All right. Audrey says, I thought B12 went through your body. I'm not sure. But if it does, she had a lot of it still. So she had to stop it. I'm trying to remember who was that. Who was that? Who was in Tamika's live Sunday? I want to say it was Butterfly. But also, like for me, I know calcium. I was taking, a multivitamin, a regular multivitamin, and I was taking a second multivitamin, and it had calcium in it because I was trying to get the vitamin D, some extra vitamin D, as well as zinc. And what else it had in there? Zinc, vitamin D, and it also had calcium in it. Oh, magnesium. It had magnesium in it. So I was trying to get the three, the zinc, the magnesium and the D, but it also had calcium in it. And when I went to get my blood work done one time, my calcium was too high. So because I get a lot of calcium from food, I drink protein coffees every day. I eat cheese, and other different things that provide calcium in your foods. So I was getting enough calcium in my food. Plus, I had my regular multivitamin. Here I go doing another multivitamin. That was way too much, so I had to stop it. And now my calcium levels are back in normal range. So that's why I say I urge you again, and I'm gonna keep saying it. Make sure you're talking to your doctor, making sure you're getting your blood work done. I talked about that in more specifically in one of my other videos about, do you know your numbers? Michelle says it depends on the form, Hajarine. Okay, gotcha. And that's for that B12 going through your body. Michelle says maybe it was pill form. IM does release if you have enough. What's IM, Michelle? I was trying to think of it. All right, Hajarine says it releases through your urine. All right, and that's she's talking about the B12 still. All right, Michelle says again, talk to your doctor. Yes, talk to your doctor. Talk to your doctor. ChatGPT and other AI will help you come up with questions to ask your doctor. Thank you, Darian. If you tell them about your experiences. Yes, that's so true. All right, JC. Calamity Jane says always important to check with your doctor. Some vitamins and supplements can have contradictions with your prescription meds. Correct. Thank you. I think I mentioned that in another video or live. Yes, it can counteract prescription medications, and that's not, you don't want that either. All right. Even need to be careful about consuming too much protein. Correct. Again, too much of one thing, that's not good. Too little of one thing, it's not good. Get your numbers, know your numbers. And when I say numbers, I'm talking about your blood pressure numbers, your blood glucose numbers, A1C, and all the other blood work that your doctor can check for you. Make sure you're going to your doctors, y'all. All right. So Hajarine says, yes, that is what I saw with multivitamin. Okay. Yes. I'm sorry. That is what I'm sorry. I read that all wrong. Yes, that is what I saw, the multivitamin. Okay, cool. Yeah. And I thought about getting that because I'm like, that's not as expensive than the one that's, it's like $75. That's kind of steep. All right. But sometimes you got to do what you got to do. If it works, try it at least once, see if it works. If it don't, the only thing about it, sometimes these supplements, you have to do it 3, 4, 5 times before you really see the results. Right. So Felicia says, yes, JC, I agree. Correct. All right. So Darian says some people buy their mare's roof from the TikTok shop. Okay. So can you get it a little cheaper, Darian, from there? Do you know? Not an affiliate or a seller. An ATT affiliate or a seller. And that's on TikTok shop, y'all. All right. So Bellflower says, Jane, absolutely a must to consult your physician before adding any supplements. Correct. I agree. Yes. Hajarine says. Linda says, love the yellow best. Yes, that's the one that's, got a little sweetness to it. But natural sweetness, which is better than, adding the sugars, right? The table sugars and all the sugar supplements. The natural sweetness is better. It hits different. All right. Hajarine says, I tried dragon fruit, but my taste buds were not tasting that day. I had my shot the day before. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Yep. I got you. You may want to try it one more time. Yep. Not around shot day. Probably a little bit later on in the, before the 7th day. If you decide to, of course, it's up to you. Hi, losing it, Grace. How you doing, Grace? Good evening to the sweet lifers. How are you doing? Hope you're doing well. Michelle says, welcome, Grace. Hi, Grace. Everybody's saying hi to you, sweetheart. More of the story. Darian says, getting labs are vitally important. Yes, yes. Thank you. All right. Yes. That is so true. So as I was talking, just to go a little bit back on what I was talking about earlier with the, just feeling that GLP-1s, when we found out that they were, I'm loving your new hair, M's. Oh, Miss, that's are you talking about me? Hmm? Thank you if you are. Thank you, Grace. Grace. Um, but yeah, like I was saying a little earlier, with when it comes to GLP-1, and I just want to stay on topic because there are some people that not stay on topic because we did a wonderful job here tonight. Greatly appreciate you all, but I want to get back to the topic. I should say, um, knowing that there are benefits to these GLP-1s that we found out, even if we were skeptic before, now that we know that there are, benefits, we decided to take these drugs to make, or the medication to, so that we can hopefully get, some of these benefits, if not all of them. And again, we're talking benefits, known benefits for the GLP-1, satiety, appetite control, some blood sugar and A1C control, weight loss support, heart health, kidney protection, it lowers inflammation. You can come better insulin sensitive. Also, liver benefits. It can help improve your fatty liver if you have fatty liver disease, or make sure that you don't become. Thank you, Grace. Making sure that you do not develop fatty liver disease. And the only way you're gonna know that is what? Get tested from your doctor. Do blood work tests. Also, it helps with the quality of life. More energy, less stress. And then it helps with, like I said, less stress over hunger and the sugar cravings that we may have. So those are great benefits, and it sounds good, right? And it makes people want to say, now that I hear people saying all this stuff, and they're finding out more and more that what the GLP-1s were approved for, it's even more helpful, for even other things that's going on, in our bodies. And so it's helping us improve our bodies, our health, our health span, and definitely, hopefully, the lifespan. We decided to get on these medications, right? And more and more people are getting on them, daily. With that being said, that's why sometimes we have those shortages, because it's so much, sometimes it's more demand than it is, supply. But also, on top of that, that kind of makes you feel like, it's kind of like an insurance policy that, I'm gonna have better health after I take this medication for some time, right? But when it comes to God, because I was reading, just for those who didn't hear me, my devotional, Joyce Meyer, My Time with God. And the day that I was on, it was talking about benefits. And there are benefits, when you go to a job and you try to apply for a job and they want to offer you that, or even in an interview, you may ask, what are your benefits? What are the company benefits? Because you want to know how much vacation you're going to get, how the healthcare benefits look, and things of that nature. Short-term disability, long-term disability, do you have it? Things like that. Is it, do you have any sick leave time? And or is it PTO in general? All those type things, just benefits that you would ask for when it comes to your insurance policy at the job, or your benefits at your job. Well, it's the same thing when it comes to, God. God not only gives you that insurance policy, but he also gives you assurance, right? That he's there to help you with everything that you need, that you, if you call on him and you seek him, he's going to help you, in every aspect of your life. And so therefore I thought about, as I was reading up on it, I thought about too, when it comes to GLP-1s, we're looking for those benefits. And that's why, talked about it tonight, the benefits that that we have, that we found, and learning more and more each day about, that those are insurances and assurances to make us want to take it even the more, right? And some people even want to stay on it for life because they know it has helped them so much. So God is there. If you can put that, like I said, the spiritual with that natural, and let God be the center of your everything and of your journey, then not only, you know, in the natural realm will you benefit, but you also will benefit in the spiritual realm too, which is like, a win-win in my opinion. So I thought that would be good to talk about tonight. So, that's my spiel for tonight. I'm not sure if you all have anything to add to that. Any testimonials you may have a little bit by, making sure that God is your center as well. And how he has blessed you when it comes down to, using the GLP-1 medication, or being on a weight loss journey, being on a better health journey, any of those things. Or even how's this GLP-1 helping you? If you want to, share that in the comments, I greatly appreciate that as well. So that we can, encourage one another, as well as, cheer with each other on. So let me know that if you have anything to add to that. And hopefully this resonates with, someone today, even if it's just one person, hopefully this will resonate with someone. And even if you're not in the chat today and don't want to say anything, my prayer is that it reaches whoever it's supposed to reach. It reaches whoever it's supposed to reach, and it, resonates in their heart and help them out a lot to get through this journey of becoming better with their health. And even for me, I just feel like, that's why I can say I can live this sweet, healthy life. That's part of the reason why, my name is Kim J Sweet Healthy Life. I'm living a sweet, healthy life because I have God in the center of it to make sure that, and have the assurance that, this thing, this journey that I'm on, that it will be successful. And even though I may have some, drawbacks, setbacks, or whatever, I still can keep a smile on my face. Now there are times I'm still, I'm sad about certain things or whatever. Like I don't want my blood sugars to go low, and unfortunately, that has happened, within my journey. But I'm finding ways to figure out how can I not, allow that. How can I better, control them to make sure they stay above 70, versus going down under that. So, but I still can, keep a smile on my face because I know that God is still my healer and he's going to make sure that I'm okay. So I do everything I can. Like I said, I put my faith and trust in him, but I also do the work, making sure that I am eating, eating a better diet or a regimen than what I used to. Also exercising, making sure my stress is managed, keeping proper hydration and things of that nature. That's helping me along the way, but putting my faith with it as well, because like I said, I know God says he healed me, so therefore I walk in my healing. And so now, I'm just waiting for that manifestation to just be completely, hope, my prayer is that I completely, all the comorbidities that I have will be, I can walk in the manifestation of healing. And that my blood work result shows that. Faith and works are a must. Yes. Yes. The Bible says faith without works is dead. So you have to have faith, and you also have to, do the work. Thank you, Jane, for that. Yes. So that's what I had for tonight. I'm um I'm happy to share that with you. Hello, Mia. Hello, Mia. How are you? So I know some people had Mia birthday was Sunday, and I know were some people were able to reach out to her and say happy birthday. But I do want to say happy birthday to you, Mia, on the channel. And also Jane, happy birthday again. This is early birthday for Jane. Belated birthday for Mia on my channel, because of course I don't go on to Tuesday, which was after Sunday, of course. But I want to say happy birthday to you too on the channel and sing you the happy birthday song. Everybody's saying hi to Mia. Hope you had a wonderful birthday, Mia. I hope you had a wonderful birthday. So, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you, Mia, as well as Jane. Tomorrow is her birthday, y'all. Did you have a good birthday, Mia? Jane says. Hope so. Thank you. So you're welcome, sweetheart. That's my sweetheart there. L. Lewis says, at Kim boarding the flight. Have a great time, L. Lewis. And we pray that you land safely in Thailand, that you have a great time, and that you come back safely. Everything, is covered. That you come back, how you left it. Yes. All right. So Hajarine says, hello, Mia and L. Lewis. Y'all keep L. Lewis in our prayers. Make sure she, have safe travels. Yes. Jane says, you're such a great singer. Thank you. We need the GLP-1 choir during Christmas season. Yes, yes. Happy birthday, Mia. Miss V. Hey, Miss V, how are you doing? Hope you're doing well. Hello, hello. So, yeah, I was telling Miss Mia happy birthday. Her birthday was the 7th. I want to sing her a song on this channel. And then Miss Jane's birthday is tomorrow. Yes. So yeah, that's what I had to say today. So y'all, I'm gonna if all hearts and minds are clear, then we're gonna go ahead and you're doing doing so much better. Great, 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 Miss V. Awesome. Thank God for that. Thank God. Miss say happy birthday, Jane. Hello, Miss V says. Yes. So yeah. So if you all don't have anything else to say tonight, I greatly appreciate you all coming. Always I appreciate you all for coming in and giving your thoughts, sharing your thoughts. I greatly appreciate that, y'all. I'm about making sure that I'm about community. So in order to have community, you have to have engagement. And I love the lives because so I try to meet the ones I can meet or make because it's important, I think, for us to bond a little bit, and so this is how we bond on the lives. The videos are nice, of course, and you can sell a couple things, and some people will look at different comments and they'll comment back and things of that nature, and you have some engagement there. But it's nothing like the live engagement, front and center, real time. So I love that you all come in and y'all engage. I greatly appreciate that. Like comments, just chatting. Sometimes it takes me a little minute to get myself together, whatever. But I thank you all, like I said, for coming in and just bringing y'all your personalities to the to the live, as well as your wealth of knowledge. Hashtag not doctors, not not dietitians, not personal trainers. Thanks, Kim. Hajreen says, thanks, Kim J. It's been great seeing everyone. You too. Thank you so much, Hajreen. Good night to you. All right, y'all. So we're gonna go ahead and go for the night. I do want to let you all know that Michelle's Mirror, if you have not been over to her channel, go ahead and check her channel out. She's actually going to go live at 10 o'clock tonight. So if you're looking for somebody else to go, to listen at on a live, or, come into the chat and talk a little bit, to our community as a whole, come on over. I'm going over there myself. And that's okay. So Michelle says that has been great tonight. Thank you. It's been great tonight. Love the live. Thank you so much, Michelle. And I'll be over in a minute, at 10. All right. Night, folks. Thanks, Darian. Night to you. All right. Y'all have a great one. Like I said, if you want to go over to Michelle's live, Michelle's Mirror, MACHELLE, apostrophe S, space MIRROR. Yes. Go check her out. She's been doing very well over there too. She has like a little series that she's sharing, some information with us. All right. See y'all later. See you next Tuesday. Love y'all. Love, peace, and happiness. You're welcome. You're welcome, Michelle.